Well, I said in the last video I was shutting down NetBSD for the last time, and I guess it's true I was, but here I am installing it again. This is that Dell Precision 360. I really have no use for it other than leaving it sit on the shelf, except for the fact that the external hard drive that I used with it, which is sitting right here, was partitioned with a NetBSD disk label. And apparently when I plugged it into Debian Linux, it did not like that, and somehow I think my disk label got corrupted. I'm not exactly sure how that's possible or what went wrong there, but it does seem like that's what happened. And my best way to start dealing with that is to install NetBSD. I put a 300 gigabyte IDE hard drive back in this computer. I took the SATA whatever drive out, the high-speed one. I put it in the other machine, which is now devoid of Windows 7. Fortunately, that's running Debian Linux only, which I still can't get used to. Linux Debian is a real pain for me to use compared to NetBSD. I thought about doing this. The light is reflecting here. I thought about putting this drive in this computer instead of the 300 gigabyte one because I really don't have any other use for this drive. It's 80 gigabytes. It's marginally large enough for a complete NetBSD installation, at least according to the official documentation. I think it's 82 or 81. But it's not like I would have needed to put it all on this drive. I could have put both of those drives in there. At least I'd have something for that one to do. Otherwise, it'll probably end up in the trash, I suppose. I don't even know why I have it. Can't imagine what is on it or what used to be on it or whatever. But NetBSD is installing. This is version 8.1. It's newer than the previous newest one I had, 8.0. Every time I install it, I've got a different version. That's one thing I don't like about NetBSD, which I suppose everybody else considers an advantage, but every time I install it, which is probably once every couple of years, I've got a completely different version. And I wouldn't have to do that. I could install the older versions, I guess. And there probably is even a newer version than 8.1, but this is the current release, so that's what I retrieved, and that's what we're installing. It's well, it booted from this USB stick here, but as you can see here, I'm actually installing from the FTP server via the HTTP protocol. But I guess I'll not get long-winded here. I just wanted to say here I am installing NetBSD again. I've still got the silly NVIDIA network card in this thing, which of course does not play well with BSD or Linux. And I suppose somewhere around here I've got a VGA card specifically for this reason, and I don't know where that went. I'll have to either dig it up or fork out $10 or $20 for a used PCI VGA card on eBay, I guess. I did end up buying for $13, I think, a VGA card that will run in a PCI Express slot for the Linux machine, so I can get rid of the NVIDIA card that came with that one. Get rid of the screen flickering and also be able to plug in a VGA monitor instead of a DVI monitor. That helps my situation out greatly. we'll see if that new card works. The seller guarantees it'll work, but it's got some mechanical hacking on it. Somebody was hacksawing and otherwise deforming the heat sinks on it. But I guess the advantage of the ridiculous heat sink that is on it and why it's deformed is that this card doesn't have any fans, which I consider an advantage just because no fans on a video card means no fans to fail and less chance of video card frying. So anyway, I'm getting long-winded and this video is getting way longer than I expected. So as always, if you if you bothered to watch this far, thank you for watching, and please do subscribe if you haven't already.